When the universe messes with you, let it. So I am talking to someone who is even older than I am. And I don't often meet that or feel that, okay? So you are an indigo child. And I know that we get stuck on dates as humans. However, I think that indigo children are like 1950s and up, and there is a lot more layers to it in terms of, like, you know, if you study Dolores Cannon and like the different like waves of volunteers and things like that, you know, it's just really up to you to figure out where you fall in. But whoever you are much older than Earth, and you are older than me. So I wrote down some light codes for you, and I get that this will only be for probably like one or two of you, realistically. I don't know what these light codes mean. I only started writing them like a year ago, but I can't decipher what these ones in particular mean. So I'm just going to show you, and then you can take screenshots. I do feel that it's going to activate you. I've been seeing them like in my dreams for the last couple of nights as well. So just take screenshots. They're going to activate you. Again, they are not for me, they are for you, okay? They're really pretty, aren't they? I don't feel like I'm going to use my cards that much for this reading, although I may refer to them, but this is, sorry, I'm like already getting like hot. Okay, let's just go ahead and get into this. Okay, so you are someone who has been learning some really challenging lessons in the realm of human acceptance, okay? I do feel like this is something that before you came here, you weren't quite sure if you wanted to do, because you have already accelerated and ascended to the point where lower vibrations they're really difficult for you to understand, okay? So for you, this is all about acceptance. And the reason why you are learning this at such a difficult level is so that you can help us. Like hear me when I say that, okay? So you've been learning the ability to hold like two opposing ideas in your hands, right? Like love, hate, life, death, you know, winning, losing, that kind of thing. And be able to appreciate and, more importantly, accept both. Okay, because that in and of itself is the human experience, okay? Like that is mastering the human experience, and that is also growth in terms of the soul through the human experience and through the ego, right? Okay, so you've been mastering the human experience, but for a while now, and because your soul is so ancient that it's like, even for a majority of the time since you've been here, you've been like in the spirit, like in the ethers, okay? So like acquiring knowledge, like gaining wisdom, and specifically the ability to bring it back, everything that you've learned, okay? But you're being like reminded by the divine to not forget your human experience, because we need you, okay? So for a while, it was like you felt like you always had to justify your human experience with something spiritual. But now, because you understand, you're able to drop into your body more now, okay? Because you really do need both. And that's how you're going to help everyone, okay? Okay, so it's important that you don't neglect your human experience anymore. Okay, your spirit team wants you to know that it's okay to be human, okay? They also want you to know that you're being rewarded for your fight. Yeah. So the cards I pulled on you, especially at this point, wow. Okay, so as far as like illusions goes, you know, we talk about that a lot, especially as readers, you know, but the thing is illusions are very real to us, you know, like we say illusions and we might say that lightly, we might want to take away from that, but the truth is illusions are very real to us, okay? So I really am getting that you have been fighting something that you didn't understand for a long time as well, okay? Okay, right. So now you're being like rewarded for something that you didn't understand, and the fact that you chose to keep fighting anyways. Okay? You are being rewarded for your trust, your resilience, and your emotional fortitude. Okay? Okay. You have a brother here, but he is not from here, okay? So there was something else that I wrote down for you, which was that we've always needed boundaries to understand where we end and where others begin, okay? So maybe, you know, boundaries along with community is something that you are still understanding, and hey, me too. You're also seeing 111 everywhere, all right? And the time 717 is very specific to you as well, okay? And again, you are an indigo child, and that is from 1950 and up, okay? So I would just encourage you to do like whatever research you want to do in order to you know, get more specific for yourself, but whoever you are an indigo child, okay? Okay, so the other channel message that I got for you was that your will in particular, like your will energy is, like, I'm feeling it again now, like, is some of the strongest I have ever felt. Okay, so it's your solar plexus, all right? Like, it's your will energy, but it's tied to your heart, whatever this is. It's like your life force energy is so strong, okay? You look like a damn traffic light, all right? Because something about your solar plexus and your heart chakra, combine that, like yellow and green, is totally like changing the way that your root chakra looks as well. And maybe this is for your loved ones too. It's changing your security, your financial situation, and so that's why you look like a traffic light to me. But it's all starting with your yellow, your will, and then it's going up to your heart, your green, and then that's all like fortifying in the red, your root chakra, okay? So you're extremely aligned, okay? And one of the most important channelings that I got for this message was this song. It's a Pink Floyd song, and it's the Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Okay, so if you're familiar, then there goes my nose. Then you may be a big like Pink Floyd fan, or like a big fan of Sid, you know, but he was like their original frontman, you know, and he was like a complete creative genius, right? But the thing that I got from this message the most was about this soul who was like I don't know, like a Halley's Comet, you know, in terms of his brightness, but then he got lost in the darkness. And that's really what that song was about, and a tribute to him in that way. And I think why I got that song in your channeling is because I get the same like mad genius from you, the same like brightness, the same like Halley's Comet kind of, you know, rarity, right? And especially in terms of shine, but it was that you came out of the darkness even brighter. You know, like it was really giving like you became something new. Like people really, like you're such a good person, you know, that like people, you know, they didn't really want to see you do well. But I do think that when you have the kind of heart that you do, that it's something that you experience, and especially because you're not from here, that for you, you're like, gosh, like I just thought like everyone thought like I do, right? And so you had to learn the hard way, and that's okay, because you are going to teach others. But what I can tell you is that you are going to do such incredible things, you know, that like time is always on your side, and I think you know that, okay? Like you are not like a, you know, dimensional being like a lot of normies are, you know? You probably consider yourself to be a time traveler. You probably are very connected to your star family. I think your brother really keeps an eye on you, and I think you know who I'm talking about as well. But yeah, I don't think like you've ever really been a person that has felt alone. So, you know, we could all learn a lot from you, whoever you are, and I hope that, you know, you continue to stick around and share your story, and know that, like, I just feel so grateful for getting to channel you, you know. You're pretty amazing. So, anywho, let me know how y'all feel about this one. Let me know about the song as well, the Pink Floyd. I haven't heard that song in so long, and it's such a beautiful song as well. I love that tribute to Sid. But yeah, so let me know. I love y'all so much. You know, like, I'm always here for you. I'm always rooting for you. And I'll see you in the next one.